Take two. All right. Welcome back to the North Remembers, a discussion on House of the Dragon. Started off season 3. Awesome.
Very good start to the episode.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's, like you said, it's going to be the best one yet. They did a newish intro with the tapestries and the dragon images and kind of like a cool little wave off to Dragonstone.
Or possibly it could be, I was thinking the wave because you were saying on a previous take that it goes into, after the tapestry, into Rhaena chasing the sheep stealer dragon.
Yeah.
And she basically abandons Aegon and Jaehaerys. And I was wondering if that wave is something about them being supposed to be shipped off that way, because we were talking about the eggs that haven't hatched. We know where 3 of them go.
Yeah.
But there was a 4th one. And that's probably going to one of her kids if they follow the book.
Yeah.
Jaehaerys or Aegon.
Viserys,
sorry.
Yeah. And little Aegon the Third.
So maybe that's what the wave from the end of the tapestry was about.
Yeah.
It was them going east.
Off to get kidnapped, which I think is supposed to be happening at the same time, but maybe they'll show it in the next episode, maybe not. But they did show Sheep Stealer and Rhaena, and she's been chasing him for days. She's haggard, and he is so ugly, is he not?
Oh, he is deformed, like
snaggletooth, like underbite.
Yeah, inbred dragons.
Yeah, he's like patchy. He almost looks like a cat that's had its fur ripped off, because he's got like the brown, ugly brown color, but then it's like patches of
He's got vitiligo. He's got like color pigmentation running away from him.
He's got something wrong with it.
And I think someone's like fucked up his eye. Maybe one of his teeth fucking when he chomped down.
Yeah.
Nicked his eyeball or something.
Nicked his own face. But she's determined. And I think it's kind of cool because it gives her a lot more story. And it also makes the whole Nettles character, which is obviously been replaced with her, who was very small in the book, just as kind of like Damon's new piece for a while. And then Damon helps get away in the books.
Well, I think it's really smart of them to, that with that character Nettles, that's a lot of where Mushroom differs on some things.
Yeah.
And so they don't have to deal with all that. It's just his kid now.
And that gives him reason to go against
They can pair up later.
Yeah.
Because later in the book, at least, they pair up.
Yeah.
So maybe it makes that more of a father-daughter kind of
moment. Yeah. And a bigger reason to turn on Rhaenyra, because he's like, well, not really turn on her, but be like, she's lost her mind. Like, she wants me to kill one of my own kids now.
Well, and after the Gullet, Nettles really hated doing it. And
this
would give
her a reason.
When we get what happens in the Gullet later, it would give her a reason.
So it does that. She goes, and she just jumps on Sheep Stealer's back. And he wants her gone. So he dives off the cliff into the clouds of the Vale.
Yeah, there's no harness.
And she's just holding on.
And she did climb on, so it wasn't like she startled him and he wants her off, but it did seem like he was going to be like, all right, we're going to make sure that you're
ready.
Able. Yeah.
And he jumped, she screams, and then boom, you're into the episode, basically. And off to King's Landing.
That would have been a nice cold open.
Yeah.
Cold opens.
Before, and then just House of the Dragon.
Starts fucking doing the tapestry after
that. Then it goes to Aemond back at King's Landing, and he is pulling Grand Maester Orwell out of bed, like violently, ready to cut off his head, thinking that he got Aegon to flee somehow.
Or has hit him maybe somewhere in the castle.
Yeah, so he's like, I declare you a traitor, and I'm going to take,
And he's holding Aegon the Conqueror's sword.
Yeah, he's got Blackfire.
Already assumed the mantle.
Yeah, and he's got Blackfire. And he's like, can I at least know what I'm being charged with? And yeah, the other dude, right as he's going to cut his head off, Iron Rod's like, my prince! Larys, Clubfoot is gone too, and then he's, okay. He realizes that that's what, happened.
He's like, I pissed off Clubfoot when he was trying to be hand of the king.
Yeah, he tried to slip one in there, and I was mean to him, so he fucking went with my brother. Then it cuts to Littlefoot and Aegon in the back of a wagon, which I think is really cool, because you only, in the book, find Aegon back at Dragonstone.
Yeah.
When all the really bad shit happens that you'll all hear about. So it's cool to see that little middle part of what happened to him and his little journey.
Well, they can give a lot more depth to the character that way, I think, too.
A lot more.
Like, maybe you'll want him to be back on the throne by the end of it.
Yeah, maybe you'll see that, fuck, they both have their faults. And
he's been through a lot, you know?
Yeah.
His brother tried to kill him and shit.
He's still a fucking pervert and a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, I think he is now.
He got his
He's
dessert
paying
then.
for all that.
Yeah, he don't get to fuck no more or nothing like that.
And Eamon had a fucking shitty childhood.
Yeah, so he's getting his little
He gets to
fun
fly
time.
Vagar.
Yeah, and have a good time. So they're in the back of a wagon, Littlefoot and Laris, Clubfoot, and Aegon. And he's asking for milk of the puppy because he's really hurting. And he's like, sorry, I didn't, think to pack any in
He's
our
probably
rush.
got addicted living in the Red Keep, and so now he's going through withdrawals. He's got
Yeah.
many.
Not getting any at all. Because Orwell was flipping him shit. Like, he asked for, like, rum and...
Yeah, well, it was heavy until Littlefoot came in. He was like, you need to start...
We
He needs to be able to start walking around and shit. I need to get him mobile.
Because he knew we were going to flee pretty quick.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't worry, your grace. This is troubled times, but they're going to get better. He's like, no, it's not. I'm king of fucking crow shit. My protectors are crippled, I'm fucked.
I'm pathetic.
Yeah, this is fucking sad. And they get stopped by just some random guards. They're like, if you want to pass through, you got to denounce the usurper and hail the Queen of Virginia. And he looks so unenthused, by the way. He looks like a cop at a traffic stop.
A checkpoint.
Yeah, like so unenthused in his job. Like, yeah, you got to like swear fealty and shit, otherwise you can't go past. And
it's his 80th time doing it.
yeah, that day. And Littlefoot's quick, and he's like, we announced the usurper, all hail Queen Rhaenyra. And that just, obviously, Aegon's like, not going to do it.
He just got cut off in the middle talking about how he's fucking king of crow shit.
Yeah.
And now they're making him fucking
kneel and say that he himself is the usurper and that all hail his sister, right? So he's like, no. Fuck you. I think he, obviously the show didn't do this, but he could have easily explained his way out of it by saying, she did this to me. Her fucking war made me like this.
I don't know.
Either way, they were like, he's for Aegon.
I think once, well, yeah, they did, but I think that, I guess he could have said that maybe I was a victim of whatever, Brooks Rest or something like
and this
that.
is what happened to me because of these people.
Yeah, he doesn't have to say he's Aegon.
But Littlefoot was quick to, the guy was like, yeah, okay, they're for Aegon, because he wouldn't bend the knee, he wouldn't swear fealty. So the guard, like, fucking decks him, knocks him on his ass. And he's like, sorry, my friend's stubborn, And they're like, he's for Aegon, they're for Aegon, take their heads. And he's quick, like, no, you might as well take your head, too. You have the fucking...
No, because they didn't know that yet. So they like take their heads or whatever, and then he throws.
Oh, the reason, he's like, the reason my friend won't kneel is because he's Aegon Targaryen. And he's like, no, he's not. Yeah. Nonsense.
He's a jester. And he's like, I am his master of whispers.
Loyal to him.
Lord of Harrenhal, Ariston. He's like, what are you fucking doing?
Lies.
And they don't believe him until he gives them the crown.
And then he's like, no. Oh. And then, the guy's like, take their heads. We'll have a nice reward for the queen, reward from the queen. And he's like, you might as well lose your own head for that, sir.
He's like, you have two living...
The most important...
The usurper.
And his fucking most trusted confidant.
Yeah. They didn't say it, but I was wondering if he was like, she's going to want to do this publicly to show that
basically.
She's the rightful...
And she's going to want to talk to him first. Not some fucking random dudes on the road killing him.
Yeah.
That's going to piss her off. So they're like...
He's like, you can demand whatever you want if we're alive.
Yeah.
Why are you passing that up?
You'll be a fucking lord of a castle, dude.
Yeah.
Not be sitting on a shit-stained road asking people to bend the knee.
Yeah.
So they are like, sweet deal. What's the nearest port? Okay. Ship them there.
What is it, White Harbor? No.
I think it was Bitter Bridge. I think it was Bitter Bridge.
Oh, okay.
But then, that's the end of that scene. Cuts off to Rhaenyra gleefully telling her son and her council about how Alicent's plan to, open the gates to the city, and Aemon's going to be gone with Vhagar, and Aegon's bedridden, so he's just going to be easy to fucking take from the throne and publicly execute. This is all going to be like fucking easy peasy.
Yeah.
All you got to do is fly in there.
It makes so much sense, even though it was horrible that they were like, her son and shit was like, how do you not see this as
a biggest fucking trap ever?
Yeah.
How does that make
How
any
can
sense?
you trust her? What? They're handing you like the keys.
Yeah.
Just gonna walk
What does
in?
she want in return? Melisandre asks, and she's like, just her life, her daughters, and her granddaughters. That seems, even she's like, that seems low.
Yeah.
Their lives is a pretty low ask for what she's offering you.
And then she's like, oh, she'll give up Aegon and let me sacrifice him or whatever.
Yeah.
Or kill him or not.
And they're like, we don't buy that shit.
That's what I was looking for.
And Jace especially disagrees, and she just kind of cuts him off. We'll go. We'll do this, do that. And he's just like visibly like, kind of sad puppy, like, but also because she's blatantly ignoring him on what he believes to be a very huge threat. And at face value, because we saw Allison.
This isn't like a whole council meeting either, right?
No, it's just a couple of trusted
or whatever.
Jace, and then the one dude.
Yeah.
The one old man that she smacked around was there.
Yeah. And he's not going to say anything.
Yeah, he's not going to say shit against it. He's too scared. That's why he's there all the time. And then, so after that, he looks very butthurt. Okay, whatever. And then it cuts to Alicent returning to King's Landing. And immediately a guard's like, the king would like an audience, Your Grace. So she's like, okay. Thinking he's supposed to be bedridden.
Yeah.
Why does he want an audience? She walks into the throne room and...
Well, she starts to walk past it.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
heading up to Aegon's room.
Yeah, thinking
and
it's
he's
his
like,
room.
no, we're going to the throne room. And then she's like, he's on the throne right now?
Yeah, what? And then she walks in and there's Aemond on the throne. Basically saying that his brother has abdicated the throne. She's like, abdicated? What do you mean? It's like, he's fled King's Landing with that toad, Larys. And she's like, why? What do you mean? Why? Why would he do that? He was bedridden. Because he's stupider than he is craven.
Yeah.
Now he's left me kind of no choice but to stay here. Like,
well, she goes, well, what's going on with Harrenhal then? And
Yeah.
he's like, he's made me stay here. Like,
she's like, you're supposed to meet Cole.
we can't leave the throne unwatched or
Yeah.
unsat in.
Yeah, or she just comes in and sits and takes it. And he asks, Mother, where have you been? You haven't been to the keep in days. And I feel like she stalled a little too long.
Yeah.
Even to be like shocked by his accusation.
Yeah, I think that was just coming through that it is a show that we're watching. Like,
Yeah.
It was way too long.
Yeah. She was very hesitant, but she did have a good stern excuse, like, I haven't found myself of use here
Yeah,
lately.
she's like, I was in the God's Wood, or King's Wood.
Yeah.
She's like, and like kind of like a junk, like, you removed me from the council. I found myself bored and unuseful these
And
days.
your brother don't listen to me, you guys don't nobody listens to me, what the hell do I need to be here for?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And he kind of looks all like, sorry, I kicked you out of the small council. But she can, after hearing that he's staying with Vhagar, she realizes that her plan and her promise is now undone. And when Rhaenyra gets there and Vhagar's waiting, it's fucked. There's no more promise of her life or her daughter's life or her granddaughter's. The city's gonna fucking burn. Vhagar and all that, they will destroy everything, right? So she's like, fuck. And basically, right off the bat, thinking of a way to fix this. Quick cut to the Gullet, and it's just this sea snake. Say that a bunch of times fast. Sea snake's ship. I'm just gonna call it what he calls it. The Queen Who Never Was, which he renamed it to. I didn't notice in the first season or in the last season when they were rebuilding it that it has her likeness on the front. Now.
Yeah, her bust. Basically.
Yeah, and then I thought that was really cute and cool. And it just shows that real quick. And then it cuts to, obviously, my favorite part of the episode. The war with Daemon in the Riverlands, and they're just fucking, lion heads are getting hacked off, people are getting fucking killed all over the place. Daemon's ripping through one guy, then another guy, and then he's just like slowly walking as other guys are just getting fucking hacked up and murdered all over the place. And he finds little Tully, and he's bloodied
Yeah.
and covered in mud.
They're all
and,
armored up.
And he's
badass
the
and
little
shit.
fucking kid's been killing people, you know. And he basically explains the situation. And where's Lannister? He's fled. We could pursue him. He's like, all right, well, we need to pursue him now.
Is he going near the gods, or he ran away when the cavalry broke and he headed for the gods? I was like, well, that's where we're going because we can't leave any of them alive.
This is it, you know. And he's like, well, we need to bury our dead. And he's like, Thraxes can make short work of all these bodies.
And burnt bodies don't carry the plague.
Yeah, and the burnt bodies don't carry the plague. Yeah, he did say that. And he's like, no, it's not our way. Rivermen need to be returned to the mud. It's like, fuck. You kid with your fucking traditions and your fucking smart mouth at me. And then you just can see shit in the woods. And they're like, fuck. On guard, you know, and then they run up to the fence line and everybody's
Form their
ready.
lines and shit.
Ready to go. And up walks the fucking Stark banners.
And all
So badass.
the graybeards.
Yeah, all the graybeard
all
barbarians.
old fucking barbarian men.
And then from the back of them walks up Roddy. And I like how he walks up slow and he looks up at the dragon and he looks over at everybody.
It was all like standing ready, like, is this gonna be a fight? What's going on?
And he throws the head of Lannister to Daemon's feet. And I was surprised that he didn't yell it, because in the book it seems like he yells it. But I love the way he delivered it in the show so much better.
He kind of, not rather than say yells it, but he like announces it.
Yeah.
You know?
We've come to die for the Dragon Queen. So fucking bitchin'.
And is that the fucking the guy from
Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like yeah.
Tommy Flanagan.
Tommy Flanagan, that's right. Badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like the coolest dude around. Anyway, so yeah, he plays Roddy the Ruin, and after he said that epic line, Daemon's like, very good. We've got more lions to hunt. And he's just like a barbarian, you know, like, ah! And then all the Northmen fucking scream. And it's like, yeah.
It's gonna be so awesome because they're like, winter is coming. We're not gonna burden our families with hanging around, taking up resources,
Food and all that.
So
we're here to die.
We're gonna come and fucking die, and we're gonna go out like that's a way better than dying during the winter.
Yeah.
You know, from
cold
starvation
and
or
whole
something.
hunger.
Yeah.
Well, I just made my wife die, or my daughter die
Yeah.
of hunger too, because I was sticking around. And I'm too old to hunt anymore.
So my question with this is, did we miss the fish feed?
No, that's later.
Mix it up? Okay.
That's later. This was the Gullet is the they say the bloodiest sea battle, one of the bloodiest sea battles, but one of the bloodiest. Because they say most of the fights do take place at sea, in the books.
Yeah.
And most of the main ones take place at sea. Yeah.
And is this maybe the start of the rivalry between Starks and Lannisters, do you think?
Maybe. I know that I saw a fucking meme that, and I posted it too, I reposted it too because I liked it. It said that whatever cause the Starks join is typically the right one. But then I think that it's cool because this show is showing you Rhaenyra's flip outs and emotions and depicting it in a way that when you watch it, you think of it as the people in history hear it. Like, maybe there was no real good one out of the two.
Yeah.
Like, they were both really
The
selfish.
Two evils.
They were both really selfish and fucking damn near killed us all fighting over some shit that we didn't even have a chance to get near.
Yeah.
Anyway, then we have Hightower. Cuts to Hightower at camp. Dark. Depressing. He's walking into camp all sad. And then like some young girl.
Yeah.
Dwayne Hightower. Some young girl's running out of a tent.
Grabbing her lip.
You know, crying, but she wasn't screaming the entire time. So
it was kind of, you could hear some yelping in the background as he's like approaching. And then she's got like stuff gathered and she's hustling away.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell?
Seems more like a date rape situation. Not good for the knights to be doing.
Yeah.
Right? So he goes to Cole. And Cole's just sitting there like painting a shield. Like he's gone all fucking artistic. The world doesn't matter anymore.
Has
We're
these
all
big
gonna
black
die.
dots on his shield. He's like,
So into it. So
he's
into
a
it.
nihilist now.
Yeah, like a nihilist. Like nothing matters but this paint right now. And he basically explains, okay, well, one of our men has ravaged a village girl. I witnessed it myself. You know, he's like, well, hang him then if you wish. Like, well, I'm not his Lord Commander, and discipline needs to happen, but also somebody needs to talk to the men, explain to them that we're not animals. You know, we're knights.
We're out here raiding villages.
And he's like, take a look around you. You know, death and ruin surround us.
Like like he was saying before, he's like, we handed it over to the dragons.
Yeah, we're all going to be monsters by the time this is done. By the time this is all over, it's not going to matter. And he's like, oh yeah, and right before that, he did say, like, why isn't Eamon here? He was supposed to meet us at the Antlers, and he's still not here. Something's going on. He's stressed. They don't have the support they need. Not a good situation for anybody. Then we got cut to the Dragon Seeds, who are, I thought,
they're hanging out by the God's Eye.
yeah, near Harrenhal, right?
Yeah.
So they're just hanging out, and Ulf's talking about how he was poor and life sucked.
He didn't know his mother or something like that.
Yeah, and he never knew nobody. And priest from Essos, one of the red priests, used to pay him to do fucking gay shit, I guess.
It's just weird shit.
Yeah, he didn't specify,
like,
but the way he was traumatized led it to believe it was like molesty or shit.
Well, and it's almost like the way Varys explains, like the red priest that he
used his body for things.
Yeah, he's like, he told me I had dragon's blood.
Yeah.
He's like, he paid me to do stuff. And then he's like, I guess the motherfucker was right.
Oh my God, see, I've got a problem because I went to, he made him do filthy shit, but I didn't think back on the Varys. Maybe he just took his blood.
The red woman with Gendry?
Yeah, maybe he just did weird ritualistic shit with his blood.
Yeah.
See, I went really
or
dark.
Parts.
I went really dark with it. I mean, it's still dark. It's blood magic and shit, but I went gross dark. So yeah, he's basically saying, yeah, the red priest was right. You know, that's where I get my dragon blood. And he looks to Hugh the Hammer and is like, so what about you? Where do you get your dragon's blood? He doesn't bother to ask the black guy, which I guess not cool.
Just assumed he did because he has that white hair.
Yeah. Like, we know you stole yours. You're going to have to cut this out, I know, already. But that is funny. But he asks Hugh the Hammer, you know, where do you get your dragon's blood? And he doesn't want to answer. He's just kind of like looking at him like...
Well, because then he kind of seemed like in the past season when he was talking with his wife, he didn't like approaching his
mother's
genealogy.
Yeah,
like
talking about how his mom was a hooker and all that stuff. So he's like, well, it'll be good because in the end we get a castle, you know?
Well, yeah, because they start talking about waiting for the dragon for Vhagar to show up. And he was like, something about the fight, and he goes, yeah, but it'll be worth it.
Oh, for our castles, yeah.
Yeah.
The fight will be, yeah. I'm not looking forward to fighting Vhagar is what he said. It's Hugh that says, and he's like, well, it'll be worth it though for the castle. And he's like, they kind of just get quiet. And he's like, what?
And like Hugh and
you don't, Lord, you know, you have
Adam
to
were like exchanging glances, like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah. He's like, what? And he's like,
why are you getting a castle? He's like,
yeah, you have to become a lord to get a castle.
Well,
like,
he goes,
what does that
she
mean?
said she's gonna make us knights, and he's like, knights don't get castles. He's
What
like,
does a knight get?
What the fuck am I doing then? What do I
Yeah,
get?
he says, you have to be a knight to get, or I mean a lord to get a castle. Well, what's a knight get then? A horse. What the fuck do I need with a horse?
He's like, I'm flying
And
a
he's like,
dragon.
I can't live, you know, I can't live on a horse. I can't drink
Yeah, and he's
whatever.
like, men will respect you. He goes, they should fucking respect me because of the big ass dragon.
Yeah, that's a good point. They'll fucking respect me because of the big fucking dragon right
It's like,
there.
her giving me a knighthood is not helping me at all right now.
Yeah.
I got all this shit, or I don't need a horse. I got a dragon. Men should already respect me. I got a fucking dragon. And he's like, think about the women. And he was like, I'm pretty sure I could get women with the dragon.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, think about the women. He's like, get more women with a castle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Back to Sheep Stealer, but I don't remember what it was. It was a very brief.
Was it the part where he comes, or no, he abandons her?
Yeah, he drops her
off at the top
Yeah,
of a big
he
ass
just drops
mountain.
her off at the top of a hill, and she's just like, and he leaves.
And he takes off, and
And that's the end of that
fuck.
scene.
Yeah.
And then it's Allison talking to Helena
Oh.
about how Aemon should be gone, and did you know that Aegon left? She's like, did you know Aegon had fled? And she's like, no. And he wasn't supposed to be here. Aemon's not supposed to be here. And she says, Aemon's afraid.
See, he stopped being afraid
When he
when he
mounted
mounted Vhagar. He's like, but ever since the dragons or whatever.
Rhaenyra's dragons, now he knows the fear again.
Yeah.
You know? And she asks her, what would you think about leaving this place?
Is this the meanwhile she's writing a?
Yeah, she's
letter?
writing like a letter, but she's writing it as if she's Aemon, right?
Well, she tells at the end of that scene the guard or whatever. She's like, send this to Ormond Hightower or whatever.
Immediately, with haste.
It's from the king.
Yeah.
And even Helena goes, the king? And she's just like, looks at the guard like,
Yeah, like that. And Helena's like, oh yeah, I am crazy.
yeah, and she's just like, with haste, please.
And have you noticed that with only a few, and it's not a criticism, but you can tell the aging of some of the actors. Aemon and Helena, I can tell, are older than like season 2 and season. The 2-year gap is killing it. They're gonna have to end it in 4 seasons, otherwise they're gonna look too old.
Yeah, no shit. Or they could do another time jump like they did.
Yeah. Then it cuts to Sea Snake with Alan in the hold of his the captain's cabin.
quarters. Yeah.
And he's like, have a drink with me, you're wasting it on me, Alan. Said.
Well, he sits and he's like, I got this in an ib or something like that, and he's like, you wasting it on me, and he goes, I already broke the wax.
Yeah, and I won't drink alone,
Yeah.
And he basically says, I apologize, I know that I can't mend the breach that has happened between us, but I do admit that it is my doing.
And he even goes on to be like, I tried to, make sure you guys
Had a life.
had, food and shelter, so everything but a name.
Yeah.
Alan says.
And he tries to say also, I was fond of your mother, and it wigs Alan out.
Yeah, he's like, it wasn't a whore, it wasn't a fling. He's like, I did like her.
Yeah, I just couldn't marry her, because I was already married.
Yeah.
And I'm a dirtbag, and I'm sorry.
And it is kind of, throwing Alan through a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, because he's like, don't talk about my mom.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man. And, yeah, he does say, yeah, you gave us a life but never a name. And then all of a sudden, ding, 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 the fucking sails are coming out, they're hollering, enemy sighted, and, okay, who is, they outnumber us, they already outnumber us, who is it?
Well, I thought it was kind of weird that, Corliss just sat there, and Alan gets up and, runs out, and he just still sits there with his drink, kind of, looking at Alan, it's, supposed to, express, I'm thinking about him being, the high tide.
The guy that takes over.
The succession, yeah.
Yeah, he can run this ship, you can do this.
Yeah, he's already a leader, and, the men love him and shit.
You can lead the way, you can take charge. And he asks, who is it? Is it the Greyjoys?
Or the Lannisters.
Or the Lannisters. He's like, neither. It's the Triarchy. And he's like, what the fuck? Go get my armor, right? And then, yes, it's Lannister and the Triarchy, and they're at sea, and he's all talking about, being prepared, and she's talking about the armor. What's all that armor?
Yeah, she's like,
it's not gonna be very good for you when you fall in the drink.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
He's like, it's my express plan not to fall in the drink. You'll be glad that we have the armor when the fighting comes. And she's like, oh, I'm sure I will, my lord. And then
she's talking about the prayer. She's like, now I know why why your king made you master of ships.
Yeah, lord of ships or something like that. And then her man comes up to her and basically explains something's ready. And she says, take your men, tell somebody, I can't remember the guy's name, tell him to split off and take the northern pass.
Yeah, because Lannister was talking about, he's like, there's several entries or whatever. He's like, the southern Gullet's the widest, something like that. I think we should form up there, yeah. And then that's when she was making fun of him and stuff. And then when her man comes up, she goes, send a regiment or whatever
to the northern pass.
Yeah, up to the northern pass.
And then he's like, what for? It's the one that goes around Dragonstone. What on earth for? She's like, to sack High Tide.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Why? We can't split up half of the fleet or any of the fleet We need all of our strength. And she's like, do you think that the sea snake will keep his focus when his treasures are burning to the ground?
Yeah, when he sees, and then she does that dope cheer to her men or whatever. She was like, "Take on the sea snake with me, and you'll dine with me while I sit on the
Driftwood throne.
Driftwood throne and dine on his ears."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
And then we go to Raina and Sheep Stealer, and this was really cool. Tisha loved this part. Didn't you, babe?
Yeah.
He comes up, lands with a sheep, throws it on the ground, torches it, then picks it up, and then throws it over to her. Because he can tell she's all gangly and sickly and skinny.
He's like, "She's been chasing me around these mountains."
But that one was
around
like,
the Vale for a while.
he had them both in his throat. Because he shoots them both up, burns hers, throws hers to her, then burns his.
Someone walked in right there and she goes, "That dragon just puke up dogs or something?" I was like, "No, they're sheep." And he charred it up and gave it to her. It's a nice gesture.
Yeah. He's like feeding her, like, "Hey, here you go." You thought he abandoned her, but actually he was like, "No, wait here. You need to eat."
Yeah, before we go on adventures, I need you.
I can feel your bony legs on my back.
You're digging into me. I know I got dragon skin, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And she goes up and munches it too.
Yeah, she just grabs
It's like
him.
pulled pork.
Yeah. And she's looking at him the whole time. They're like having a meal together. She's getting bonding like in a feral way with her dragon that the others did not. So then it does a quick cut again. A lot of quick cuts to different
They
places.
bounced around a lot of this, but I think it was so they could do their final focus at the end.
Yeah. And we got to Sarion, the beautiful blue she-dragon sitting there. And
They just have like weird posts like keeping
Yeah.
her in there.
like
Like,
chained to the...
Can she not fly without getting a running start or something? Like, 'cause
Something.
it wasn't a full cage.
And I didn't notice it was him. I should have known because he was red-haired. I kind of had an idea. He was red-haired, and he looks like Allison. They found an actor that looked kind of like
I
Allison.
don't know if that's him.
He's Orman's fucking squire. It's got to be him.
In
Red-haired
the show,
boy.
it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
And I think he's supposed to be white of hair.
Is he supposed to be white of hair
I'm
too?
pretty sure he is.
Yeah, they might change that though. To make him
That's
good
what I
like
was-
his, to make him good like his mama and not
Yeah,
bad like his
That's what I was
brother.
thinking, is because it also will like symbolize they were at King's Landing and he was at
Yeah.
Old Town.
And he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Nice little red-headed boy.
So
Not
it
evil,
could be him, but the main
pale-haired.
focus is on Ormond.
Yeah, and he's got nice weather. You know, what kind of weather is it today? He's like, well, it must be raining piss and shit by the messenger, by the look of the messenger. The messenger comes up, and the guy stops him, one of the guards stops him, even though he's a friendly messenger or whatever, and takes the letter. He brings the letter to Ormond, and Ormond's like, ugh.
And he has like a little.
Perfume fucking thing?
I didn't know if it was perfume or maybe he's getting high. He could be fucking.
He's like, because it's pretty fancy to have on you at all times.
Yeah, it's like a pocket watch, but it's a little vial, not a vial, like a
Glass
Yeah.
jar, or
metal flask.
yeah. And he's like,
And I think it's a wick or something.
he's like that'll set you straight.
Yeah, it's like some kerosene or something.
Is that the ball Lou gave you?
He's huffing wildfire.
And then he takes the letter, and I guess it's because I thought it was because it smelled like shit.
I never thought about that because I was wondering why he kept fucking. I'm like, is there something wrong with the seal?
That's what I thought too.
Did
After
he hide something in
in
there?
the second viewing,
It's shit that's like stuck under.
is that what it is? Because I thought on the second viewing he was paying close attention to the seal. Was it because the seal had already been broken and he noticed it?
I don't think so.
Maybe it was just a shit. He's
I
just
think it was
disgusted by
just
shit.
some shit that was on there.
But when the guy hands him the letter, he's like, letter from, King Aemon. And he's like, oh, king is he now?
Yeah.
And he reads it, and he's like, we're commanded to stay here until he meets us with Vagar in 2 days. One king is as good as any. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the one guy who apparently is going to be really important coming up. I forgot his name. Something bold, maybe, or something like that.
He says to him, he's
He goes, so does
"Aegon's
that
dead."
mean Aegon's dead? And he goes, one king's as good as the next.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
assuming Aegon's dead.
And they don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, we're just gonna.
And I was wondering, maybe, do you think, because he had a weird smile, Ormond did, that's his cousin or whatever. Do you think he recognizes her handwriting or something?
Maybe.
And he's like, Aemond is
Yeah.
asking us to stay here for 2 days, you know.
But he agrees to stay.
Yeah, for what it looks like he agrees to stay. And he's like, give the man a fucking shower and a bed.
Yeah.
Stink, filthy motherfucker.
Yeah, he stinks, and I don't want him around unless he smells better. Then we cut to Alicent and Aemon sitting there, and she's basically doing whatever she can to boost his ego into leaving, playing nice, way hard. She's like, "You should have been king." I did know. She's like, she starts out with, "I did my best. I sacrificed a lot to put your brother on the throne, and I did my best, but I didn't properly prepare him for it."
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, his weaknesses are his own. Aemon says, like, it's not your fault, mommy. It's his own fault. And so that's when she flips the script and is like, let's fucking butter him up.
King.
If you would have been born first, it would all be better. We wouldn't be in this situation. He's like, he's like, he's buying it, right?
And she's really trying to be sweet on him too, so she's like crouching down by him, like
holding his hand. And
yeah.
she's like, it's okay to be, it's okay
she
to be
uses
afraid.
what Helena told her against him too.
Yeah, I know it's okay to be afraid, and he's like,
She's
I'm
like,
not
scared
afraid.
to death right now. He's like, I'm not afraid.
And she's
You're
like,
afraid.
Yeah, you're afraid. And she's like,
yes, I am.
well, the dragons are coming, and you have a crown
She's like, you've crowned yourself king. Aegon's gone. She's gonna send her dragons after
for you now.
Yeah.
It's not for him anymore. Now it's after you. And if you go to Harrenhal, why Harrenhal? To what end? And she doesn't say to fight Daemon anymore. Now she says because it's a fortress, it's withstood dragon fire before, implying that he will be safe.
She's gonna say draw Daemon out though.
Yeah, and at the end, yeah. But she's basically saying you can defend yourself there and from the dragons, whatever. Go there. It's safe. You're not safe here. And maybe in a little while I can join you. But that path is uncertain. What is certain that is if you stay here, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And he's just like, she like holds his hand. And she's like, please heed me. And she touches his face and then gets kind of close. And that's when he kind of like eyes her up a little bit. And I'm sorry, I don't know if this is woke or not or what it was. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. It kind of gave it a credence to a part of the book later, but I don't get him wanting to kiss her and her letting it out.
I have a few theories about this. So, if there's symbolism behind it, it could be the showrunners or whatever trying to show off the whole, remind us the Targaryens do that.
And that he's just getting the wrong idea.
He's Targaryen, technically.
Yeah.
And so it could be that. I think personally what I'm seeing is that he's never he's never been able to show love. In the previous seasons, he would go to whorehouses
and hold him.
Yeah, so
like a
he doesn't
motherly
have
thing.
that relationship with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I mean, think about it. When his eye got cut out, then all of a sudden she's trying to stab his sister in the face and shit. Like,
yeah.
He's had some fucked up childhood.
Yeah.
So this is him trying to express his love, not knowing how, not knowing what's
right and wrong,
crossing a line.
Yeah.
And she's not Targaryen, and she's like mortified when this happens.
But she's scared of him.
She also knows. She's like, I can't. He's on course. He says, I'll throw a banquet in your honor with my uncle.
That's what made me think, because that's in the books, and it's a big deal that he's like, I'll gift it to my mother and all this stuff. So it gives, the writers are giving the book part that you don't get a lot of context from. Like, oh shit, he's getting kind of a mom crush, and that's why he's obsessed with having a...
Well, he was the second son, and he always thought that he was better fit. And now it's his turn, and he's gonna prove to his mom.
Yeah.
He's the only one really left in his family that,
can do anything.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can.
He wanted to marry Helena before.
Yeah.
And Aegon was like, fuck, I'm stuck with this retard.
Yeah, this crazy broad.
Yeah.
She's wackadoo.
Yeah. So he's like, I'll go do this for you. I'll kill my uncle. I'll have a big feast.
In your honor.
Yeah.
You can come there and we'll both dine together with his head looking on. And she's like, on the high tower, we don't do that shit.
Yeah.
You're talking like old world Targaryen shit. I'm Hightower and New
I
World.
don't think that. Like I said, what my read was, I don't think he's trying to bang his mom or have him be.
He's just awkwardly
his
not
wife.
knowing
Yeah, he's
how
just,
to express affection
He's so fucking twisted.
and fucked in the head
Yeah.
with everything.
So she's like tearing up as he walks away.
Like, oh my
But
God.
also, her plan is now going into
Effect, yeah, the main plan to save her daughter and herself and her granddaughter. And she does say that without you, you know, like I've lost Aegon, without you I'd be lost. So she's tripped out by the whole thing. Then we cut back to the dragon seats, and Ulf's just like dropping a deuce. And they didn't go Night of the Seven Kingdoms. They didn't go comedy with it. They went a couple of funny sounds, but you know. Basically, he sees a goat randomly just sitting there, which you would hear walking up to you if you're shitting. And
well,
he
the
just
creepy
turns.
black goat with fucking early eyes. I think it was Allison.
Alice, you mean
Sorry, Alice Rivers. Not Alice.
Yeah, like
Alice
her
Rivers.
fucking with. Okay, and then after he's running down the hill.
Well,
freaking
before
out.
it shows him running down the hill, and while he's taking the shit, and then it cuts to Adam and Hugh, and they're talking about she never told us what to do if the
Vagar,
Vagar doesn't show up.
What do we do?
We were
Could've
told to
already
take
destroyed
him on, but
Dragonstone.
not like what to do. Do we wait? And Adam's like, I think we should wait. And he was like, well, she didn't fucking tell us. And that's when Ulf comes
running down.
Yeah.
And you see a fucking stag, like a satyr looking dude, the same
It's a
one.
green man, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the green men, isn't it?
Well,
That's
the-
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think especially because they're so close to God's Eye now, and there's an island out there that the green men protect, like people aren't allowed to go on it,
Mhm.
and it's like the last of like those worm or the white trees. What are they called?
Weirwoods.
Weirwoods. It's like the last of the weirwoods in the southern, like the southern half of the north, or in the
Yeah.
Northlands or whatever. So I think that's why we're seeing these green men, and this is the part that I'm excited about. And when we had talked, I was like, I thought they could have done more with this episode.
Mhm.
They really did focus a lot on the Gullet, which is great. But this is the shit I'm waiting for.
Yeah, the
Fucking
weird
Alice
trippy-
Rivers, the Green Men, Helena, and the fucking.
The visions and all
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
I hope we really get some heavy tie-ins because I'm assuming we're gonna have another Night of the Seven Kingdoms before we have another House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get some severe tie-ins with the Blood Raven.
Yeah, and find out more, tying the shows together.
Yeah.
So he comes running down. We saw the little green man, and then Hugh kind of looks, and then he's gone. And he's like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here." You know what? You're gonna go. What are you gonna tell the queen? You know, I'll tell her true. You know that.
Vagar
You
never
took Vagar-
came.
yeah,
And
Vagar
he's like,
never
wait, you
came.
tell her you're Craven then?
Yeah.
And that's when Alice Rivers pops up, and that's what made me think that she was the goat, because it was all of a sudden he saw the goat and he takes off, and it was a weird looking goat,
Yeah.
and then she's standing there.
This is the same thing that happened in Harrenhal with Damon. He saw the goat in the hallway, and then all of a sudden she was
I
there.
forgot about the goat in the fucking castle.
Yeah, and then she seems a lot more witch-like in this little sequence with the
And
dragon.
she
And
straight
she's
up
like,
says she is too.
"Yeah, I'm a witch," and he's right. Your queen needs you. At Dragonstone,
She's-
she's flipping sides.
Well, it's a weird if she's sending them to Dragonstone.
That's away from the fight.
Well, okay, so I didn't go through the whole book again, but I think last time we were talking about this, I think it was the pre to this season that we did. I thought that Damon and her did stuff, but it's Aemond and her.
Yeah,
So maybe she knows kind of what's coming, and she's like, "I need him. You guys need to fucking get out of here."
Yeah,
Because she claims that she has a
His
dragon
bastard,
seed
yeah.
or whatever.
in her belly, that's
Yeah.
his and stuff
She's
like
like,
that.
I can't corrupt him if you
And
guys try to
she's
attack
there
him.
at Harrenhal when he falls from the God's Eye. It's her and Aemon there when Damon shows up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Or no, they show up when Damon's there. They better show that too. Him hacking away at the fucking weirwood tree for 14 days waiting for his nephew to show up.
Damn. But yeah, so she comes out and says, you know, your queen needs you. He's right. You guys need to go to Dragonstone. I'm a witch.
And like, fucking Hugh's the only one that's like.
Yeah, he drew his knife on the green man, and it was almost like the same shot as when we saw him with Damon. He
Yeah.
was like on a ridge, and then he just
Kind of like.
presses the ridge. Yeah,
You-
almost like the Bigfoot footage. Like
Yeah.
turns away and goes down. And you're like,
Oh, right off camera.
yeah.
So what were you saying, D? That you.
So yeah, so I was also thinking with Alice, is she sending them to go help Rhaenyra take King's Landing? Because she says Dragonstone, but maybe they meet up before heading over.
Yeah.
Because she said she'd leave in 2 days.
Yeah.
Or she's sending him away from Harrenhal because she knows that she has to do something with Aemon, you know?
Yeah.
And then she can tell him later on when he does show up, hey, I kind of thwarted the plan.
These guys all gave up the castle and helped him build an army. I sent his other dragons away.
Yeah.
I did you a favor. Spare me.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be fucking pissed. So then, cut to Dragonstone. And in the council room, obviously, Rhaenyra is still making her plans or discussing them more. In runs Baela to tell her that the Gullet, there's battle in the Gullet. And she's, what? You know, what? Well, who? Apparently the Triarchy is, you know, sabotage, you know, sacked the sea snake, ambushed him. Fuck, she freaks out. Who do they got to send? Nobody. The dragon seeds are off waiting for Vagar. Caraxes is gone. She's already sent a letter.
They're in the Riverlands.
Yeah, they're in the Riverlands, so he won't get there in time. So she's like, I'll go. Jace is like, no, mother, I must protect, you know, you can't. You're the crown. You can't do that. She's again ignoring them. I'm not going to stay here. This kind of thing. Fuck that. I'm not going to stay. What happens to you? What happens should you die? And she's like, well, then you'll finally be king.
Yeah, and I think
Slammed
she's
the
just
door in his face.
done like, no, I sent the dragon. I didn't go last time, and I lost Luke. I lost, you know.
Every time I send somebody else, they die.
Yeah.
And that nobody thinks I'm weak, you know, and all that. So she's determined to go. The kid, fucking smart though. He pulls a fast one. He goes to her king's guard right outside the door and is like, you need to bar this fucking door. You know, I cannot disobey her grace. You know, he's like, you are a knight of the king's guard. You swore an oath to protect the queen from all threats, including herself. She needs to be locked in there until she regains her senses.
For hers.
Yeah.
Like, how will you be seen if she goes out and dies and you? I
told you to do that. Yeah. What do you think I'm going to do to you when she dies?
Yeah.
Because you didn't lock her in.
She'll take pity on you because I told you to do this, but
I won't. Yeah. So the guy's like, oh fuck, I hate this promotion. This is like the worst promotion I could have ever gotten. I want to be the guy on the side of the road asking him to bend the knee.
Yeah,
this fucking sucks. And he does it. And then off runs Jace, you know, to go. And Baela's like, you need to rescind that order. It's treason. He's like, she refuses to heed my counsel. They killed my brother, Baela. I'm not going to lose her too.
And he's like, she's not listening to me. I haven't been utilized and I haven't been listened to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take charge and I'm going to show that I can be king.
Yeah, that I'm worthy. He's really upset about the Dragon Riders, you can tell. Like, what makes him special, if anybody can have one, right?
Yeah.
and now they're being trusted to fight. They're being trusted to fight, but not him. So he's like, come on, Baela, come with me. You know, isn't this what we were meant for? You know, we can save my mother's situation, do the whole thing.
Yeah, like, what better story for when we ascend the throne?
Yeah, that we helped fucking win the war.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, fine, fuck. And then she goes with him.
And she's been out flying around doing patrols and stuff, so she's still like.
And I love Moon Dancer. She looks like a watermelon.
Yeah,
like,
so
like
cool.
The texture of a watermelon. So yeah, and then it cuts to the queen. She's like, going to leave. You know, open the door, and he's like, I'm sorry, Grace. You know, His Majesty Jace.
Yeah, he'll be let out when he returns.
Yeah,
basically.
Jace ordered me to, you know, kind of thing. She's like, what? Jace! She slams on, she's screaming. You can hear her from like down the hall. I'll have all your fucking heads for this. Banging on the door, freaking out. And then back at the Gullet. What was the name of the gal? I keep pronouncing it. Lohar. I keep pronouncing it wrong. Lohar clearly, you know, wants the sea snake. That's what we got the battle. We got the sea snake in our sight. She's like, good, pursue. I want, you know.
Well, earlier when it said when he said the Triarchy, he told him it was the bitch fist. And he's like, Lohar, and he's like, let her see. He's like, let her see my ship. I don't want her to see us.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knew.
If she sees me, she's gonna chase
Yeah,
me.
he's like, she's not here for the king, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever.
And she's basically, yeah, that's what she tells Lannister, you know. He's like, but that was the agreement. She's like, you think that
That wasn't part of the contract. And
Yeah.
she's like,
She's like, you think I came here? You think I sailed all the way across the narrow sea to wean your king his throne?
yeah. She's like, nope.
I
I'm
want
here
him.
for Corus. He was for the last couple of decades the destroyer of my people.
Yeah.
You know.
Fucking subjugated us, fucking put us down, whatever. I want my revenge, kind of thing. Fuck.
He's like, you're like, we have a whole armada. If you leave, like, they're gonna be disoriented and stuff. But we're the flagship. That's what our purpose here is.
And he's like, she's like, no, my purpose is him. That's the only reason I'm here. The
So
only
she
reason I'm
takes her and a couple of ships and starts to pursue Corlys.
here. And he, oh, I'm sorry. Before that, it cuts to Rhaenyra, just kind of sitting there, sad, you know, kind of crying that she doesn't want to be protected because Melisandre's like, he's just doing it to protect you. And she's like, I didn't ask to be protected. I expect it from those fucking craven dudes out there, but not my own King's Guard, not my own son, you know. And then she sees her fucking riding leathers, and it like.
No, she's in her riding leathers. I think she sees like
The
her
gown?
the queen's gown.
Oh,
yeah.
is that what it is? The queen's gown.
Yeah, and she's like, this
And
is fucking.
girl shit, and she fucking slams it down. And I think it's cool to have those kind of scenes because you give the actor a chance to like go nuts, and her struggle with trying to tear it is real,
And
you
grabs
know,
the knife.
and the knife, and just like it gets a real emotion out of it, which is really
You
cool.
see Melisandre or whatever in the background just fucking.
Like, oh god, that was so fucking expensive.
No, you just said, Jesus Christ, this is fucking ridiculous.
She just got on that boat to Essos and never looked back. These fucking Targaryens.
I thought that maybe it was like some kind of a symbolism for her hating that she's in the position of an important position of queen, to where this is the kind of action that's been taken to save her life.
Yeah.
She's like almost like constrained, like I can't do.
Yeah, and she says, I know that I have the weak, frail body of a woman, but inside me is the heart of a king.
Yeah.
The spirit of a king, the fire, or whatever. But she's saying it crying, you know, and upset. That her son fucking
It's like,
outsmarted
I
her.
gotta point out this.
Well, her
kind-hearted
son,
woman is
her
falling.
son outsmarted her. That's the kicker, though. He was fast.
Yeah.
And I would have the fucking
Well,
guard
she's
saying,
probably scared for him,
whoop his
too.
ass. Well, yeah, it's scared for him. Like, you're the only one I got left, right?
Yeah.
Well, one of the only ones. So then, back to the gullet again. And it's just fucking burn and murder and fucking launching shit. And Jay shows up with Moondancer and Vermax and Bela, right? Everybody, them two dragons, show up and just start burning shit, right? Start really helping out. That's when the sea stakes, he's all happy and feels lighter about it. And he's like, take us into the northern pass. And Alan's like,
And
too
then
shallow.
the dragon's teeth or whatever.
Yeah, the dragon's teeth. And he's like, it's too shallow. The tide's coming out, you know. We'll run around. And he's like, she wants me. She'll
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah.
You know. I'm the only reason she's come. So he knew. And I didn't know he knew about that. I didn't pay attention close enough to know that he knew that that's what she would do.
Yeah.
Until that moment. And I was like, oh, that motherfucker's smart. He knew she would follow, so he's going to take her in where she can't get out.
Yeah.
That's bitching. And then it shows, but before that, it shows him riding around for a minute, fighting, right?
Mm.
The dragon's flying and fighting.
Oh yeah.
She grabs the scorpion.
They break out the little. It's like not a scorpion, but it's like a double crossbow vertical fucking.
Launcher with an anchor attached to the back end.
Yeah, it's a grapple.
Yeah.
Is what they call it, and it's got a rope on it. And then I don't think they said that in the book, but yeah, they put a fucking anchor on it.
Yeah, to drag the horse.
And she fucking she's like, watch this, and tags fucking.
Vermax.
Yeah, Jason Vermax.
And you think it's the moment.
She grabs Lannister and she's like, call me Lohar the Dragon Slayer.
Picks him up. But it was an awesome fake out. Because when you saw that happen, because in the book he doesn't get shot and saved. The dragon doesn't get hit and then saved.
Yeah.
It gets hit the one time and it gets brought down. So when that moment happens, it was a clear tension building like, oh shit,
Yeah,
oh
it's
shit.
about to go down.
Yeah, it's about to go down, Tish. And then fucking Moon Dancer comes and cuts it. I was like, then for a second I thought, are they changing it?
Yeah.
You fuckers better not like keep him alive.
It was close too because like the anchor, they're getting caught on ships and stuff, and then he's like getting lower and lower to the ground, and Jace is like, "Fly up, Vermex, fly up!"
It was like, oh fuck, it's gonna happen. No, it
And
didn't
then
happen.
Right at the last second, Moondown underneath and cuts the rope, and they fly off.
Fly off, back up into that, and then yeah, then it was the snake's trap in the pass.
Yeah.
And then he's okay. Then she's gonna follow. Then we got Reyna on Sheep Stealer, flying 2 dragon stones. So she still didn't take the dragon. She thought she was gonna go back to Rhaenyra, say the battle wasn't happening. She was just gonna show up and be like, "Look, stepmother,
Yeah.
I got a dragon. Where the fuck are my kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
And all my other dragon eggs? I don't give a fuck about this ugly ass dragon that you can't control.
You don't have a harness. It fucked up everything on its way in.
You look sick and dirty."
You smell like sheep.
And yeah, and my kids are gone. Sweet. Real glad we got that one dragon. Oh yeah, you can't control it either. So she sees the battle going off in the gullet, and she's like, "Go, Sheep Stealer." Yeah,
I think Sheep Stealer does it because he starts to bank, and she goes, "Oh yes, let's join."
Yeah, so that's what I was wondering. She's speaking Valerian as if it can speak it.
Well, so yeah, the way that it's kind of explained is, it's almost like a generational knowledge, is they've always spoken High Valyrian to the dragons.
Yeah.
Because it all started in Old Valyria.
Yeah, but this
and
dragon
so it's kind of like,
had it.
well, yeah, and it's like when you talk to your dog. Like I spoke Spanish to Olive, she probably wouldn't respond unless I did it in like a certain tone.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh
so
yeah."
that's why I think like she's like Nagiri, like it's calm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of course, they're supposed to be dragons, supposed to be super fucking smart too. So it's like, maybe they do understand.
So yeah, it flies off towards the battle. Then the sea snake's, help him navigate, telling his guy, mind my directions on this, pull the oars in. They've even got I think dropping things in to tell how far the rocks are down. To tell how far the rocks are down, and he's
they're yelling back, and it's like getting low or closer and closer.
He tells the guy to move. The guy bumps it too hard, so he's like, "Let me." And that was a cool moment because he got to steer his ship again, and he gets him out of the pass. They do go over the teeth a little bit.
The shot was cool, and they kind of hit. He does like a little boom on one of the rocks, but it was like over the shoulder, like fucking Assassin's Creed or something like that. And you felt like because he's holding on to the thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was dope.
And then it was cool because Alan looks up at it, and he was like a proud moment, like, "Man, that was my dad. He really is the best sailor."
Yeah, he just hands it back over the guy and runs down with his armor and his badass fucking scythe thing or whatever. And he's like, "Leave her to the dragon teeth. We need to go back to the goal."
Yeah, for the more battle. And she was smart. As the ships, right after that, the ships start crashing. He's like, "We're not going to make it. We're going to die,
Yeah,
and she's like, "Let's start getting rid of shit that weighs too much. Fucking drop weight. Cut this, cut that."
They start chopping all the.
And then Lannister's even joining in and cutting. And then as he's over the railing, she's like, "How much do you weigh in that armor?" And he's like, "Fucking bitch." Goes to fucking turn around. She got the knife and just whoosh, pushes him over.
So, 2 questions this leaves me with. Are both the Lannisters dead now?
I think they're going to have him get captured.
Okay.
And he's going to be the one that gets tortured.
Okay. And then my second question is, that was the reason why? There's no other reason besides... And because she says the rest of them too, and they start taking all the Lannister men and
it's like basically their heavy armor weight. It's like, fuck it. Didn't do... And our alliance isn't going to hold once I didn't give what I told
they don't have
to.
like cannons and shit, so those are probably the heaviest things on there now, the men.
Yeah, you got a 200-pound dude and 80 pounds of armor.
Yeah.
And you got 30 of them.
Yeah, you throw 4 or 5 of them off, that adds up quick.
Yeah, it does.
2 tons fucking.
It was plus though, because some of them were just like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, it just gets tossed over, fucking scuba style off the edge.
And then he's in all the heavy shit.
Probably got smashed between the boat and the rock.
Oh, yeah, the one dude it shows hit, but it shows from the water side, so it doesn't look too high. But it's like that's still his spine on a stalactite.
Yeah.
Crack.
They were the dragon's teeth. They're pointy as shit.
Yeah, that's not gonna be good. So then it shows her make it out, and then like fuck, the enemy flagship made it out, you know, and he's like,
And
we'll
they're
never outrun
gaining
her.
on us
Yeah,
now.
we're never gonna outrun her. We can't outrun her. We're gonna have to face her. So he's like, fucking turn around and face her. And right as they do that, he sees high tide burning. Fucking distraction worked. He's like dumbfounded for long enough for her to fucking get close without him reacting.
Well, you see Alan, fucking, he's like, sir, we gotta do this, and he's like, and then he just takes charge.
Takes charge, and then he's just kind of sitting there.
It makes me wonder, did she think that he would take her through the pass? Because, like, why would that be perfectly timed?
I
for him
don't.
to
She
see
did
that?
say that that's why she would continue following him, because he's like, we're gonna run aground. And she's like, the sea snake will lead us. Like, as long as we stay right on his ass,
Yeah.
we will.
I
find
can see where they
clear path,
stepped,
yeah.
kind of a thing.
Yeah, the clear path, and she was ready to go, man. Had the ram and everything, and it was a more meaningful moment than I realized upon second watching. Is because in the other season, Bela had told him, "You did all those treasures for her, for you." So that's why it was even more devastating to him.
Yeah.
That was all the shit that he brought home to Renice.
Yeah.
And now it's all fucking sank and burning, and it's everything of his family's legacy. His wife, his children are all dead. That's all he had left, and now that is fucking burned. So yeah, he's fucking dumbfounded. Alan takes charge. This bitch rams him with a fucking giant metal thing, and she's like, got ropes.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna catapult herself once it hit. Like,
Well, that's
what I-
because they had showed men load up on something at the very front, and I
Yeah.
was like, when that thing hits us, are we just gonna see like Waterworld, just dudes flying? In the
Yeah,
air,
like,
doing
whee!
yeah.
flying through the air, cutting sails down like that. You
It
know?
was still cool though when she
Yeah.
says take the ship. They do release it, and instead of going like this, it's like
Swings
two
around.
arms. And it swings around and launches them onto the deck.
Like without having to jump over it.
Yeah.
They just come.
They just hold on to some ropes and come flying in.
And then just faces bashing, arms getting ripped off.
It was so fast and bloody.
Yeah, a lot. I did notice the green screen fighting. I feel like it had more of a Spartacus feel with the fight scene on the water. That the old Game of Thrones, like when you saw them fight the White Walkers, I guess it's because they were really on the hill in Ireland, you know, in the
Yeah.
freezing cold or something. You can't do that at sea.
Yeah,
You can
it's,
get 30 guys
it's
on
harder to do and like an on-site shoot,
with
either
30
at
dudes.
sea or even green screening it.
Well, yeah, because you pump in fake smoke, and before you know it, people can't breathe.
Yeah,
We got 30 seconds of that take before we had to clear the building out and re-smoke it.
and they can't afford James Cameron. So.
Yeah, especially not for a spin-off. So she cracks his ship in half. He's not fucking stupid. She's not killing all of his men. They're all, you know, just tearing each other to pieces. And then sheep stealers coming in during this whole time. A couple of cuts in and out. Sheep stealers. She gets him to burn a couple of ships on purpose. But then once the fire starts hitting him, because the arrows are coming from everywhere, because these people don't recognize the dragon. So the Valerians are shooting at this dragon too. Therefore, the dragon is reacting without a trained rider on its back.
And I think it just thought
Everything's
we
an
came to
enemy.
burn this whole thing down.
Yeah, and now it's trying to hurt me back, burning everything, you know. So it starts burning the Valerian ships. She's like, no, those are not the enemy. No,
Those are your
fuck.
fucking kin.
Yeah, burning and burning and burning. And then Bela goes to attack. And phew, Moon Dancer dodges real quick. They don't see each other at that moment.
Mm.
Then, when Jace is coming to cut her off, he notices that it's Reyna, flips around.
And he says Vermax no or something like
Yeah.
that, and he dives under as Sheep Stealer tries to snatch him.
Yeah, and then Sheep Stealer still goes after Moon Dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Balin can't see that it's her little sister or her twin, but Rayna can, and she's like, "That's my sister," you know, like, no, fuck. Obey, obey, you know. And because of that, when Jace is flying while trying to fucking distract Sheep Stealer or whatever, that's when he gets hit. So it gives like her foolishness also contributes to Jace, which didn't happen in the book.
Yeah.
But it kind of does, and I think it also really sets up, this whole thing really sets up Rhaenyra believing her to be a traitor.
Mm.
She shows up on a dragon and burns half the
Abandons her
Valerian,
kids.
abandons the
Shows
kids
up on a dragon.
to burn the Valerian fleet,
Yeah.
and then at Tumbleton, shortly later, she gets betrayed by the other dragon riders. I think it's an easy way to set up Rhaenyra's paranoia. Like, really?
Yeah, all this.
All this is just coincidence. And even so, it's not a good explanation. I just really wanted a dragon.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, you just fucked everything up. I love the character. I love they're giving her more. Love the actress is on
Jay
point.
should have taken off after the first grapple.
Yeah. Like, okay,
After that
I'm not ready for this.
We burned. Like, the Valerians could have handled the rest of it.
Yeah.
Like, they were cheering. Like,
And relaxing.
It was halfway done.
Yeah.
They burned a lot of ships.
And I already took a hit. I should be fucking more prepared.
And it wasn't even a hit on the dragon. It was caught on the harness strap.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, shit.
So, right then, yeah, you're right. He should have known. They have a capability of shooting us out of the sky.
Yeah.
We didn't consider that.
Or even, hey, maybe my mom was right. Maybe fucking war is a little bit different than just flying around on my guy.
Yeah, with the guys who pretend to lose to me in the training yard and shit, too. So, his dragon gets hit, and it shows him fucking, start to go down. But then it cuts to Corlys and everybody. He wakes up from his kind of like stupor and sees, people falling, dying, and he gets up, pulls out his sword, immediately gets his helmet knocked off, and then he just starts killing people. Then it shows that, fuck, I keep forgetting her name. Lohar killing a bunch of his dudes. And then they meet face to face.
You talking about Alan?
No,
okay,
Corlys.
Okay.
And they see face to face, and then it's like, okay, yeah, it's on. And they start going at it. She fucking gets the upper hand for a second. He gets the upper hand. He stabs her in like the back of the ass or something. She fucking nails his shoulder. But he clearly has the upper hand at a moment. He's got her down, and he's got the sword up, ready to take her head off. That's when his ship runs aground.
And he
knocking him overboard.
Yeah, he just fucking barrel rolls.
And she's like laying there ready to die. Alan only sees that.
Yeah.
His dad's not there, and he calls him father at that point.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was.
He's like, father. And he sees her and assumes the worst. Like, she just killed my dad. And he just...
Yeah, I think they tried to rush them
bonding.
Yeah, because it was like the drink, him seeing his dad
be a good captain. Yeah,
and then now he's like, oh, my father.
Yeah, we're going to die.
Yeah.
And so he's just fucking furious. He jumps across, and then they just kind of slide into the water, where she suddenly is not hurt as bad.
Yeah.
But you think the salt water would just be like, fuck, that hurts so much worse now.
I don't know. She's in the triarchy. She's probably used to salt water.
And then they just start fighting, bashing, whatever. I thought he was going to drown her, and I thought that would be very satisfying.
There was a few times where he just put her under.
Oh, it's salt and sea. Like, totally, he's going to drown her. That makes total symbolism, you know? And then, nope, he fucking pulls a knife out real quick and throats her.
It was a good fight.
And yeah, he's fucked up, and it shows that he's like, fuck, wore out. Then we cut back to Jace. And I thought that was cool, and I wonder how cool that was to shoot. Like, they get it into a pool with obviously something mechanical with the green sheen.
Yeah.
And
the green sheen drape something.
Yeah, and it moves around a little bit in the water.
Yeah.
Then you have the water moving with the actor.
Like a mechanical bull.
Yeah.
Into the water.
Yeah, with like the green screen tapestry on it, whatever. That had to be a fun day of shooting. You know what I mean? Be like, this is gonna look cool. And no, it looks like a big green blob right now, but wait, it's gonna be badass.
You're in a
and it looked a lot more. It was a lot different to see it than to hear it on the book. Because seeing it, it was like, oh fuck, it is sad. Like he's trying so hard to get out of the water.
Yeah.
Fucking, their blood is like fire, right?
Yeah.
So it's like hot oil
yeah.
burning, and he's just like struggling. He unclasps his cloak, realizing that that's not good, and then reaches down and is smart enough to unclasp his chains. So he's gonna get free. Right as he unclasps his chains, in the back.
No, so it's and the dragon's going down. He's like, come on, get up, and that's when he unclasps the thing. And then as the dragon's head goes under, he reaches down and finally gets the harness done, and he has to like swim up as the dragon's sinking. Mm-hmm. And which in the books they made it sound like
he's getting down together.
The water like would boil.
Yeah, he would be
from the hot blood coming out, or at least that's what happens with Vigor.
Yeah.
Later. But he gets up and he swims over and finds like a barrel or
Yeah,
like a log or
they
something.
did say that he finds a piece of wreck.
And he's like, oh, okay, thank God. And it's so weird how he has like no reaction. The first one's just thunk,
and he's like, oh!
Turns around like, did something just hit me? And then another one, and then another one. And he just bobs there.
Boom. And then, yeah.
I think the reason why they haven't seen the dragon is they wanted the whole, they bring him
His
to
body
the
back.
near.
Yeah. To make that more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his body does
Also,
sink.
they did stress her needing closure with Lucas, so they would have to do the same thing.
Yeah, we're not going to do a whole other scene. We're not going to do a whole nother fucking sequence of her freaking out. But I think it was a really great start to a season. I think.
And then in the last scene, it's like just a back out, and you see all the fiery ships and stuff, and just sheep stealers still in the background, probably still fucking ships up.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. I wonder. I still think that prediction was right. We get to go. I still think with the way they're showing the previews, I think they're going to kill Damon off at the end of this season, and I think you're going to get an even shorter fourth season. I think you're going to get like 6 episodes in the fourth season. Till next time. Off the remote, Tisha.